My name's Ashley Fruno, and I'm a Director of Animal Assistance Projects for PETA Asia. So we're about to embark to the island of Taal Volcano to rescue some animals, dogs and cats mainly, who have been left there by their owners when they were forced to flee. And then our hope is that the government will work with PETA on a long-term plan in order to get the remaining animals off the island if they're truly going to make it a permanent danger zone. The volcano erupted on a Sunday, and PETA was on the island on Tuesday. So PETA has long been committed to the community and the animals of Taal Volcano. We previously held horse clinics on the island to bring much-needed veterinary care to the horses there, and that's why we felt it was so important to step in and help these animals after the volcano erupted. We couldn't just stand by and let them starve to death. We had to take action. So currently PETA has rescued 147 animals from the island of Taal Volcano, and we will continue to do the rescue and the feed drops until every single animal is off the island. We won't leave anyone behind. There are a lot of animals who are going to be needing homes in the coming weeks and months, so we're appealing to the animal-loving community. If you have space in your home, your heart, and you're able to care for a dog or a cat, please adopt one from Taal Volcano. Or if you're able to only contribute temporarily, we're also looking for foster homes who can take animals for at least 4 weeks and provide them with just a more stable environment while they recover from their trauma and get ready to go to a forever home. So anybody interested can visit our website, PETAAsia.com, for more details. It is PETA's recommendation that animals be allowed in military vehicles used for forced evacuations. This is something that is common in other countries. So other countries like, for example, in the US, most animals are permitted in evacuation vehicles, and we ask that the Philippine government include animals in their evacuation plans also. It's not just good for the pets, but it's also good for the owners because many people are hesitant to leave their animals behind. They may be more resistant to evacuation when they're not allowed to not allowed to take their animal. Well, being on Taal Volcano right now is kind of like being on Mars. It looks entirely different. I've spent many weeks there in the past through PETA's horse clinics, and I used to know the island very well, but it looks completely different. It's hard to recognize landmarks. There's some basketball courts where you can only see the top ring of the basketball hoop. You can't see the pole anymore because it's just so covered in ash. There's houses that have been flattened. There's entire neighborhoods that just are totally gone. So it's nothing like it was before. It's really hard to imagine that this was a relatively heavily populated island before. I think many of the animals are very traumatized. Not only have they survived a volcanic eruption, but then they've been without their owners for as much as 2 weeks. So some of them are very sad. They're wondering if their owners are going to return. It's more difficult for them to find food, though some of the dogs are very skilled at fishing. You know, it's still challenging when they're not getting the usual table scraps that they're used to. So certainly it's very difficult for them, and a lot of the animals that we're pulling off the island are extremely scared and sad. People who adopt the animals of Taal Volcano should just be patient and realize that it might take the animals a little bit of time to come out of their shell, but so many of them are already super sweet and super friendly and just very glad for affection, attention, and regular food. So it really depends on the animal themselves, and just for all of our adopters and foster parents, just have patience and give the animals time. Just a big thank you to everybody who's donated food. We've had so many donations of both wet and dry food for the animals of Taal Volcano, and also the animals that we're feeding in the lakeside communities. So to everybody who has contributed, we're extremely grateful for your support, and we hope we can continue to count on that. PETA is still in need of, first of all, cash donations to pay the veterinary bills for the animals who've been pulled off Taal Volcano. They all need to be vaccinated, dewormed, spayed or neutered. We're also in need of items like harnesses and leashes, collapsible cages for transporting animals, food bowls, and most especially we are in need of wet food as well, so canned food.